As we approach the end of our MCU rewatch, a new friend joins the fold along with us. Welcome back to the Shenanigans, guys. I am your host, Tommy Tsunami. This week on our MCU rewatch, we have Deadpool and Wolverine. And as always, we'll be going over the good, the bad, and the ugly here on the Shenanigans podcast. Jumping right into it, we'll get into the good. We'll start right off with that intro scene with Deadpool digging up Wolverine's corpse from Logan, all the adamantium bones, him just talking back and forth with the Wolverine corpse, and then in comes the TVA trying to poach Deadpool, and we get this intense fight scene where Deadpool is just using Wolverine's dead corpse, all of the bones, just taking out all these TVA agents, all while at the same time dancing to Bye 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 from NSYNC. It was absolute pure comedy gold. I loved every second of it. A little bit later on, we get Deadpool with Blind Al, and Blind Al asks if he wants some cocaine, and his immediate response is, Feige says it's the one thing off limits. So we definitely see him pushing the limits with Disney now that Deadpool has joined the MCU. As Wolverine is taken to TVA, he is seeing all of these MCU moments on these screens, and we see one scene of Thor crying and holding Deadpool as it looks like he's dying, which it's Deadpool, so we know that doesn't really actually happen. And Deadpool loves every minute of it. He proceeds to call himself MCU Jesus, as he is here to save his universe as well as the MCU. That is our main storyline going through this movie. Another point that I didn't mention in that first scene, he does take the claws from Wolverine. He shoves them up one guy's asshole and then stabs another guy in the dick. Absolutely hilarious. We do get the yellow Wolverine suit, and the immediate response from Deadpool is, it only took 20 years, as us Wolverine fans have wanted the yellow Wolverine suit in the movie world for years. Since the original X-Men universe, we've all wanted that yellow Wolverine suit. We do get a Fox 20th Century sign crashed in the wasteland, just in the wasteland, showing and signaling that Disney has bought the Fox characters. What we will get going forward in this movie will proceed to show you how we have brought all of those characters to the MCU finally. We get Wolverine running on all fours during the Deadpool and Wolverine fight scene in the beginning in the wasteland. That was cool. It was something right out of the cartoons and comics. That was really cool. We see Chris Evans as Deadpool and Wolverine are captured. They meet Chris Evans, and Deadpool immediately thinks it's Captain America. So, as they go to bring them to Cassandra Nova, Chris Evans steps in front, and Cap's immediately thinking he's going to say Avengers Assemble. We're going to get the Avengers Assemble line. And we get Flame On. So we get Chris Evans as his old Johnny Flame character from the Fantastic Four. Nice little funny twist. Nice little callback to Chris Evans' original MCU character. Just some cameos we did get as well. As Deadpool's looking for Wolverine, we do get a comic accurate Wolverine who is very short. We get a ton of different Wolverine variants, along with a Henry Cavill Wolverine. Is that maybe a sign as to who will be eventually replacing Hugh Jackman as Wolverine? As we just mentioned, we get Chris Evans as Human Torch. We do get Sabretooth, the original Sabretooth from the Wolverine movies. And then we do meet Cassandra Nova. She is the sister of Charles Xavier. They make her super strong and an immediate threat, which is great. We know who our big bad is, and we know how powerful she can be. Another funny thing, this entire movie seemed like a Honda Odyssey commercial, as they are taking this Honda Odyssey everywhere. We even get a huge fight between Deadpool and Wolverine inside of there. And then they pass out in the van. That's when they get taken. And then we meet the group of friends that Deadpool is going to be making in the Wasteland. We get a returning Blade, played by Wesley Snipes. We get an return of Elektra by Jennifer Gardner. We also have Toad from the original Fox X-Men series in there, Pyro from the original X-Men series. We do get the original Juggernaut in a quick scene as well. And then we do get Gambit. Gambit is finally here in live action, played by Channing Tatum, as he has been apparently wanting for years. I haven't seen any of the social media stuff, but it was pretty good. I liked Channing Tatum as Gambit. We also get the final member of their group, X-23, is all grown up from Logan. So we do get X-23 in her adult form. Hopefully she will continue to be in the MCU, as well as Gambit. From what I've seen, Gambit should be returning in Doomsday, so that's good. Hopefully we get X-23 as well. Obviously they're not going to give us all the spoilers for Doomsday. And possibly the best line Gambit has in the entire movie. I ain't know my daddy, but I'm sure I shot out of his dick ready. Right as they're going out to fight. I just love the way that Channing Tatum played him, and just some of the lines were absolute pure gold. There's a couple other lines after that are really good as well, but that's the one that just stuck out in my head. We do get another person with Doctor Strange magic. I want to say this is probably the third or fourth movie we've had the Doctor Strange magic without having Doctor Strange. So it does make me wonder if we're going to be digging more into that magic that they use in the compound and all that stuff. So we'll see. That magic seems to be more universal than just with the Kamar-Taj and Sorceress Supreme and all them. It seems like it's more than just those people that have it. So I'm hoping we dig a little more into that going forward in the MCU, since we're seeing so much of it. And then the movie ends with everyone together. We get our happy ending. We get X-23, Logan, Deadpool. We get Dogpool returning. Dogpool then ends back up with Deadpool, which is great. I think that was all our cameos as well. So on to the bad. Not too much bad, but there are some core things that are that really got me thinking, like, we could have done this a little bit better. One, we get two different Juggernauts in one scene, but they don't explain why. We do see the original Juggernaut, then we see another one, and Deadpool even makes a joke about it. Oh, you must be the Juggernaut for today. But we didn't get an answer why we had two different Juggernauts in the Wasteland. I think we would have been fine with just the original one. At the end, we get no real answer as well as to which universe he ends up in. Are they back in his original universe? Are they in the MCU? We didn't really get an answer. So I think we could have gotten a little more closure there, because it does make me partially think all of them are still in that other universe. The story wasn't great either. It was okay. The premise was there, but there really wasn't much depth, and it could have been a little bit better in terms of storytelling. And then the last bad, Mr. Paradox just kind of sucked. Wasn't really a fan of him. He was just kind of there to be there, it felt like. But I also don't think that was supposed to be him. I do think that the original big bad of this movie was supposed to be Kang. This movie obviously came out after all of the Jonathan Majors incidents and the whole trial and all of that stuff. So I do think it was supposed to be Kang, and I think if it was Kang, that would have been a little bit better of a story, and it would have fit more with the MCU. So hopefully we find a way in Doomsday to get all these people back in the MCU and, permanently there. And then I think we'll be good to go going forward, because I do think we're going to get a whole lot more Deadpool, and I think we should. And the one ugly is Dogpool, but it's Dogpool. Who doesn't love a good old ugly dog? I'm a big fan of dogs in general. Not normally a fan of ugly dogs, but it works with Dogpool because it's Deadpool. So that would be really my only ugly, but not necessarily in a bad way. Our end credits scene. We get a video of Johnny saying all the stuff that Deadpool tells her that he says. And the whole movie, you're thinking, oh, he's just making this up so he can put the blame on him. And then we get that at the end. Not normally on my list, but there was a deleted scene after the fight. I remember seeing it online a while ago, where it turns out Gambit was saved at the end of the fight. I don't remember exactly how it happened, but I do remember seeing some scene years ago when the movie first came out, after it was fully released, which is why I think we are going to get Gambit in Doomsday. And I believe in that video of all the chairs when they first announced it, I'm pretty sure we saw Channing Tatum's name, because we did see a lot of the old X-Men guys that are going to be in the movie. So that should be good. I'm very excited for Deadpool, as we've been talking about this whole time. My score for this movie is an 8.5. Great movie for the cameos. Great moments in the movie, but not the greatest story. Better story could have bumped that score up a little bit. A little more depth to the movie. It did feel like it was just Deadpool and Wolverine finally being together because we've wanted it. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. That is what Deadpool movies are. Deadpool movies never have had really deep stories. They were made for the moment, so this is a Deadpool movie, but I would not give it anything over an 8.5. Highly recommend watching it, but I would not say it's a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Let me know if there's something I missed that you liked. Hit that like, subscribe button, share, all that good stuff. As always, we've shenaned once, we will shenan again, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.